welcome to this policy update. This is our summer term policy update. My name is Suzanne Hall. I'm the strategic lead for technical and professional qualifications at Pearson. David?
My name is David Pouch. I'm the sector manager for digital and business support services at Pearson. And Annette.
Hi, my name is Annette Bristol and I'm the T-level program manager.
Okay, I'm just going to share my screen, Suzanne, and you can start talking to some slides.
Great. Okay, so hopefully you can see our first slide here. So as I said, this is our summer term policy update, and we are going to be doing policy updates for you once a term. And this is a backwards look at any policy changes that have happened that perhaps the DfE, Ofqual or IFATE have made for T-levels and technical qualifications that are delivered in post-16 settings. So the first introduction is to just let you know that this information therefore is accurate as of the date of the 5th of April 2023. So firstly, we're going to look at some of the T-level rollout changes. So recently you will have heard that a number of T-levels have been pushed back slightly. So if I just go through where we are for 2023 First Teach, there are 2 T-levels that have been confirmed that they will be deliverable from September 2023. And this is the Legal Services T-level, which we hold the contract for. And it is also the Agriculture, Land and Management T-level, which City and Guilds hold the contract for. There are another section of T-levels that were due to be available for September 2023 First Teach, and these have been rolled back by 12 months. And these are animal care, again delivered by City and Guilds. So this will commence, or is due to commence, September 2024. And then also 3 T-level contracts which NCFE hold the contract for, which is media, broadcast and production, craft and design, and hairdressing, barbering and beauty. And all of these T-levels again are due to be for First Teach September 2024. There is one of the T-levels that was due to be released for this coming September that has been pushed back by at least 24 months. So this is catering. The contract is held with Highfield, and at the minute all we are being told is that this date is beyond 2024, but we expect perhaps it to be 2025 at the earliest. You can also see on the slide here one T-level that isn't highlighted as being owned by an awarding organisation, and that is marketing. The marketing T-level is out for tender at this moment in time. The tenders have closed. The awards of these contracts are expected to be announced in the summer of this year, so probably around about July, August time, with development of these contracts starting this coming September. The marketing T-level will commence for First Teach September 2025, and of course, as I've said, the awarding organisation is yet to be confirmed. There are no changes with regards to the defunding timelines. So when we talk about defunding timelines, we're referencing here the defunding of level 3 vocational qualifications. And the final defund list for 2023 has been published, and there is a link within the slide deck there for you to access. Okay, so now we're going to just look at a couple of the changes or the policy changes that have been made that impact the design of the T-level and the design of the technical qualification. So firstly, decoupling. So the DfE have proposed within their T-level action plan that the core assessments will be decoupled. So what this means is that at the moment, the core is made up of 2 exams and an employer set project. And at the minute, for every student's initial attempt, they have to sit all 3 of those subcomponents simultaneously together in the same window. What decoupling means is that the core exams will be decoupled from the employer set project. So the student will be able to take, for example, the core exams in one assessment series, and they could take the employer set project in another assessment series. So it actually follows the same rules as the resit ruling for this, but this is now going to be looked at for the initial attempt. There is an off-call consultation currently running with regards to this. And again, there's a link in the deck there directly into that consultation, so you can give feedback on this. And the final confirmation about this should be announced later on this year. We're expecting towards the back end of the summer, perhaps into the early start of next academic year. But if this goes ahead, this will be from any student who are starting their T-level this coming September. So if you are planning your September intakes now, or your curriculum planning for teaching from September, you will want to take this change into consideration when you're actually thinking about when students would access their assessment opportunity. The other thing that is impacting the T-level, and this is the overarching T-level, is that DfE have made some changes with regards to the overarching T-level grade. And these are referred to as the grade lookup tables. Now, this will come into effect from this summer. So any student who is certificating this summer will take this advantage. The slide shows what our lookup table looked like for our T-levels. You can see there the previous version and then the revised version. And you can straight away see that there are more distinction opportunities, and there are now more merit opportunities as well. The lookup tables vary depending upon the split of the occupational specialism and the core component percentages. And you can see here that ours are split 50-50. All of our T-levels are split 50-50. So the tables that you see on the screen are the ones that will reflect the T-levels that Pearson hold the contracts for. But the link again in the slide deck called Full Lookup Table is a link that we've created on our website, which shows all of the lookup tables, regardless of which T-level you're doing. So if you're doing another AO's T-level and you want to see what that lookup table is, you'll be able to see that in the document that's on the screen.
UCAS Tariff Allocation update. To support students that partially achieve their T-level, UCAS tariff points are available for both elements of a technical qualification. From summer 2023 onwards, there will be an allocation for students that have passed the core component and completed the industry placement. There will also be an allocation for students that have passed the occupational specialism component and completed the industry placement.
So there's been some updates to the industry placement as well. A good place to check on that is the IFATE website and the DfE website. There's updated delivery guidance, and that is linked on the slides. In Annex A of the updated guidance, there is a lookup table for every single T-level and what the different different placement rules are. So what we've done on this slide is pulled out the Pearson T-level and showed you the different rules that are in place for each individual T-level. So for digital design and production, there's no access to a skills hub, but there is for the construction, design, surveying and planning. This is really good to look at for the flexibilities, and I would recommend checking this regularly. The next update is scheduled to be in July this year. The other update regards to the placement is the Employer Support Fund. Now, this works on an annual basis. It's been put back in this year. The claims are made by the provider up to £25,000, and claims are for legitimate costs on work placement. They are for placements in this financial year, but for cohorts starting in 2022 and 2023. Payments are made by the provider to individual employers, and clawbacks are made where payments are not. More info is available on the slide. So this is the end of our presentation on policy changes. We'll do another one of these next month. Thank you for listening, and good luck with your T-levels.